Another Wednesday waffle. This time, for the first time, we have Kana here to waffle with me.
I'm such a good waffler.
She feels uncomfortable on camera, so she'll get used to it. She could join in whenever she wants to waffle.
What? Okay.
But I'll waffle about my week for a second, so she can get the rhythm of what's going on, right? So, because I'm the professional here, right? So the week since last Wednesday started with the very next day. I went to the climbing gym. Well, a climbing gym. There's like 3 or 4 around here. 3 mainly. And I was talking to Hannes about the bouldering that's around here. When we went hiking last week, we went past this place called Newcastle, which apparently has world famous bouldering
Really?
in it. Yes, world famous. Hannes and I did some quick research on it, or rather Hannes mainly did.
Nice.
And he saw that there was like 1,000 routes.
Wow.
Just within that section. For comparison, the place that Hannes and I went bouldering before, when we went camping like last summer and that kind of stuff, had like maybe a couple hundred, and out of those couple hundred, it was like 50 or so that Hannes and I could probably climb, depending on the day. So bouldering apparently not too unpopular here, as in it can be kind of popular. So I went to a bouldering gym kind of south of us called Bouldering Co. Maybe I'm editing in some clips of the gym that I took while I was there. It was very empty when I got there, so I was able to take some kind of videos of it. Maybe even I can include the video that I took of me climbing one of the routes. So the routes, it's pretty fun. I only did about half the gym, and I was able to socialize a little bit there. That's pretty cool.
Making friends.
We're trying to make friends. And then, of course, the other kind of big thing that happened in my life was I started school. But before I started school, we went to a cat cafe, and I didn't take any videos because I'm stupid.
But I took a few. There was a very cute cat who looked like my childhood cat Fluffy, so obviously that was my favorite. And she was also very sweet and was like the only one that was really into getting any pets. Everyone else was napping, but there was also 2 blind kitties who loved playing, so like the entire time they were playing while every other cat was sleeping, which was very cute. And we also saw Zootopia 2 that day at one of the theaters.
Oh yeah, we did go to the movie theaters. Yeah, we went to the movie theater and we went to the cat cafe. And the blind kitties, they were pretty darn funny. They were awesome.
They were very good at playing, like shockingly good at playing.
They had like a scrunchy, plasticky kind of toy. I have some boxes over there for when I want to spray paint my minis to prep them for that, and it just fell over in the wind. Hopefully the audio's decent right now. I won't know until later when I review this stuff. But so we went to the cat cafe and we saw Zootopia 2, which honestly, one of the better sequels that Disney has done recently. They've not done great sequels historically, I don't think, but it was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. There was
it was good humor, I thought.
There were a lot of callbacks to older Disney movies, which were definitely for kind of the older generations. Not that we're old, but it was meant for people who had seen it before, not for the new kids. The new kids. That were kind of funny. Like there was a lion chef that got his hat knocked off at one point, and there was a rat under the hat controlling the lion chef. Go watch the movie. I don't. Anyhow, I started school 2 days ago.
Bye. Everyone say good luck, Owen.
Good luck, Owen. And it was a lot. Before we came here, Kana was asking me what size class I was gonna have, and I did a quick estimation based on the general application number that University of Canterbury gets, and rather the acceptance number, and how many programs there were, and I came up with the number of about 30 to 40. There was about 134 or like 140 students in my field of study, which includes several of the different degree programs. To waffle about on that a little bit, there's the master's, then there's the postgraduate certificate, and also I think the last year of the undergraduate is part of that as well. Anyways, there's a lot more than was anticipated. There's like 3 or 4 programs though that it combines, and it also is distance people and in-person people that were all in the building at that time for this 2-week study thing. So there was just a lot more people, and I may have met someone who might be a friend soon, depending on how much I talk to them soon. And there's a funny story behind that as well, which I can divulge at another time, but that's kind of the updates for the week. We got some trimmers as well, just
some pruners.
Pruners, yes, pruners, not as in prunes that you eat, but like for trimming the garden, because the tree in front of our house had really low hanging branches that caused even Kana to need to duck when we were entering the house. So we got some pruners and I pruned it up. And here are maybe some videos that I'll go take after I record this. That's gonna editing magic.
Our beautiful tree.
Look at our beautiful tree, and the doorway now. It's clear.
With a door that is impossible to unlock because the key is very impossible to.
Yeah,
I have actual like injuries on my finger from opening the door.
Nice.
I got to clean this week while Owen was at school.
She went ham. She went ham on cleaning this week while I was at school.
Which was fun. That was the first like deep cleaning that we've done since we moved in. So that was nice to kind of reset the house. I also signed up for some volunteer opportunities, and I met up with a also potential friend that I met on Facebook through a Christchurch girls group. So I got lunch with her, and now I'm part of a couple of group chats, so hopefully I'll get to do more stuff with them. And we're also meeting up with a couple that one of them came from the United States, the other one is a Kiwi, for dinner on Friday this week. So yeah, we're getting some socialization in this week.
I had remembered that was happening and had forgotten that it was a couple. So I just thought it was one person.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But that's cool. We're starting to socialize. We're doing our best.
Mm-hmm.
But
and I went to the butcher.
Yes, she went to the butcher. Editing. Here's a picture. Ooh.
Which was really funny. Butchers are very common here, and the prices are similar to the grocery store, but of course it's a lot fresher, and they seem to have leaner cuts of meat. I just got some ground beef, which they call beef mince here, and I got 2.4 kilograms, which is 5 pounds. So I was then just walking down the street with a 5-pound bag of mince.
She walked 20 minutes to the butcher and then had to carry meat back. Reminds me of a time Lakai and I did a similar thing, but with fish.
Worse.
Yeah, well, we took public transit instead.
That's worse.
And that was pretty fun. Yeah, I also trimmed beyond the tree. We have some vines growing on our side gate where I kind of kept my bike, which you might remember, the bike wheel from the Hedgehogs clip. But on the side gate, those vines, I should have thought about it. They're grapevines. There's a whole bunch of grapes. Video editing. Here's some grapes. I'll take those clips later. So that's pretty fun as well. Like maybe I tried one. They're not quite ripe, I don't think.
They're definitely our neighbors, by the way, as well. Like
they're growing
over the fence.
They grew over the fence and onto the cover of the bike. They're fully on this side of the property, for sure. But yeah, they were definitely planted on the other side of the fence. But c'est la vie, man. I think there's some sort of rule that property landed on your property. It's your property. I don't know. That's not here, but there's something about that. Anyways.
We booked a bunch of trips, but more on those later.
Yeah, we also booked a bunch of trips, but we'll waffle about those trips when those trips happen, which is in like 6 months. So stay tuned for 6 months for that, which is really only like 30 waffles. All right? Math. It's like half a year.
Sure.
And 28 or whatever,
7,
27, whatever. I rounded. Anyhow, that's pretty much our week. I'm gonna do some more school this week. I started reading textbooks. Connor, what are you up to this week?
I've been working a lot, so working
Oh,
and going to the gym.
we are programming once again. I mean, I talked about this a little bit last week, but we're doing our own programming, and by we I mean mainly Kana, because she's knowledgeable about what we're doing in the gym. And here's a cool clip of how strong she is. Bam, there it is. Ooh, maybe right there if I can line it up properly.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff.
I'm
Also,
teaching Owen how to deadlift and clean and that sort of thing.
yeah, I'm not great with form.
Well, it's more just that you're very strong, but you have bad form in some moves, so we gotta not get you hurt is the goal.
I got a good back. I got a big back.
No, you don't. Actually, your back needs.
I got a bad back.
You gotta
I
build
gotta
up your
build
back
up my
strength.
back. It depends on which part of the back we're talking about. Upper back, strong. Traps, strong.
Yeah.
Lower back, no.
No,
We gotta work on
he was
that.
hurting himself deadlifting the same
I
way
was
as me.
I was quite hurting myself.
Righto.
Got to work on form. Anyways, so the gym's going well, even though it's tiring. And
And we're
Gosh.
there like 2 hours.
gosh, I've
Because
been
I don't
watching.
know how long programs are. Yeah.
Been watching some clips for the High Rocks. It's gonna be rough. Also, we have a little High Rocks day that we train for, and also I sweat so much, guys. I sweat so much. We did the Stairmaster yesterday, which is like it's like a treadmill but with stairs. If you don't know what that is, and my gosh, I was dripping. I've never sweat that much before in a long time.
Yeah, maybe.
It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Maybe that's too much waffling, but so we'll end it there. All right, everyone, have a good week. We appreciate you staying tuned and listening to us waffle.
Yep.
Cool. Let us know if you like Kana being in these.
And if you don't say anything.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Bye bye. Have a good week.